NXT TakeOver is actually a shorter card than usual. Typically, they have 5 matches on the card. This one only 4 because they are delegating so much time to the War Games match and the 2 out of 3 falls women's title match. So we've talked about on the show before, Justin, how ahead of these takeover shows, all of us kind of tend to binge watch NXT TV. And so I've been following it, like what's been happening, but I haven't watched the TV in a few weeks, so I'm going to have to do that this weekend. How up to date are you on NXT television?
Basically, I look at the results and then I just watch the stuff that I think will kind of interest me. So it's really kind of hit or miss. The Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano story is really intriguing. And obviously that's going to be one hell of a match. I'm disappointed we're not going to get a Chris Hero and Bro, the newest addition to NXT. But I get it. You know, it's like they got one hell of a card here for just 4 matches. This is going to be a great show. NXT TakeOver never disappoints. It's always just the best show of the year.
I do hope they do that match in front of the crowd there, Hero and Riddle, like beforehand, and tape it for television like they tend to do sometimes, because they gotta have those guys on the show, especially Riddle. So hopefully they do something like that. I do think, looking at this card, that this is a pretty tough one to pick match of the night. I mean, all 4 of these matches could be 4+ stars.
I think you could probably rule out War Games just because you can't do the blood and I enjoyed last year's, but it has to be super gimmicky now. And considering what the other 3 matches are, I mean, those are just going to be tremendous. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with Bazler and Sane. I was shocked they put the title back on Bazler. I was kind of expecting her to get called up soon.
Same,
you know, just kind of because of Ronda and the whole horsewomen thing. But Bazler is one of the best heels NXT or main roster. She's just been tremendous. So it also wouldn't surprise me if they just keep rolling with her. Do you have any picks for these? Do you think? Okay, here. I think the number one question is: do they put the title on Velveteen Dream?
I think no. Although I would love to see it. Dream is one of my easily top favorite guys in the whole company right now.
And a tremendous shirt on WWE Shop right now.
I saw, this is what me and Justin talk about when Kyle's not around. It's wrestling t-shirts. And I did see I haven't ordered from them in quite a while. And I did see they had the buy one, get one for $1 tonight. And I did open the tab and added the Velveteen Dream to my cart, but I haven't found a second one that I really want to make it worthwhile. So I don't know if I'll be ordering or not, but I did tell Justin a while ago that one's probably my next WWE Shop purchase, because I love the play on the old Macho Man shirt.
Oh, great shirt, which is what I have on right now.
Well, I thought that's maybe what it was, but I didn't want to say, okay, Justin, can you unzip your hoodie for a second? Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I don't think Velveteen Dream's going to get the title here. I think you have to have Black or Gargano take the title off of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that Black Gargano match is pretty hard to pick. I think I would go with Bazler retaining, Ciampa retaining, the War Games match. I think it's still going to be pretty good, because Ricochet in a cage match, he could do some pretty cool things. But
yeah,
go ahead.
I would go with the team, the Undisputed Era.
Mm-hmm.
I know they won last year, but I would just keep that momentum going. You know,
Kyle Ross is back with us. Did you crank one out to Melrose Place?
Yeah, damn it! You stole my joke, you son of a bitch.
He's back.
The whole time I was getting flustered. So apparently I did not have my laptop plugged in during this entire show. I've got everything else plugged in the world here. I forgot to have the old charger. And as I was getting flustered, I was like, you know what? As soon as I get back on, I'm going to make a joke about cranking my rod to Melrose Place.
Well, we're just discussing NXT. We've went through what the 4 matches are, why they're having 4 matches, how Riddle Hero didn't make the card, but we're hopeful that maybe they could film that for television, like before the show. And I said I would go with Ciampa retaining, Bazler retaining, Black and Gargano is kind of hard to predict, and we're talking about the War Games match right now. You have any just generalized thoughts on this card, Kyle?
Will this fit the traditional takeover narrative? Like, kind of haven't been looking this, I'm kind of not looking forward to this takeover that much going in. Can't remember the last time I had this little interest in a takeover, and then after the show's over, it's like, oh, this is the best takeover ever.
I would say I'm looking forward to this one quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah, the card, like we were saying before you came back, while you were cranking it out over there, that these 4 matches could all be, to use your favorite term, the star ratings. These could all be 4+ star match ratings. I mean, this is a good card.
I don't know, man. Another thing, Lost in Daniel Bryan turning heel tonight. With Gargano, I mean, God, what? That was kind of I was kind of let down that he was the attacker.
Yeah, it seemed kind of, I don't know, like that original video where he was just walking past made it seem just too obvious kind of to me. But
yeah, like I kind of thought it would have been a great way to like debut somebody new. So I wasn't huge on that storyline. The Dream and Ciampa is a very interesting dynamic. Dream to me is a guy who, when there is a spot opened up, needs to be put in a big match situation on the main roster. It's just he's actually a developmental person, that, when they're confident in him that he can do it, then, a lot of there's a lot of people working on the main roster that are very high on him, stars. So, sure, but I don't know. My interest for this one is not huge. I no doubt that the matches will be good, but like in terms of just intrigue, I'm kind of like you. I kind of think I know who's going to win, and I don't know.
So I got a question and a statement. The question is, has Gargano explained his reasoning for attacking Black? Has anybody caught that?
I have not. Kyle?
No.
Okay.
No. Really. Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of like that he deserved it or something like that. Like, it hasn't been that clear, like exactly why. It was just it wasn't like a great description. I think they were just kind of going for the shock value of him laying Black out and saying it was me, and it was just a thing where it's like, well, I mean, it was kind of logical, but it wasn't exciting. It was like he wanted the shot and to himself, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. But by the way, if anybody wants to very drunkenly and incoherently hear me predict that Gargano was the attacker, that's on an
that is true. You called it, and I thought you were out to frickin' lunch.
Well, I was, but I was right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was quite the show. God, what episode was that? You could hear Justin's tone change throughout the show as he went deeper and deeper into the scotch.
That was a long show. I had a lot more to drink than usual.
Never know what you're going to get on this broadcast. All right. So, yeah, I'll go with Ciampa. I'll go with Bazler. I'll go with Undisputed Era also, Justin. And, man, I think I'll go with Aleister Black. Kyle, your picks. Or go ahead, Justin. You go.
I agree with all those picks.
Okay.
Yes, I agree actually too.
All right, no drama on that one.
No. People wonder why we talk about the main roster all the time.